So my story, it was at 19 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I met him when I was 18, though. He was in the military. I was living on base, and he was 24. So yeah.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Cam, aka Young MC, and welcome to the podcast that keeps it real and isn't afraid to spill situations and relations.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Lay, here to brighten up your day.
What up, though? It's your girl Talay with Take Two.
It's your girl Lovely Mac, bringing you straight facts.
And on this podcast, we delve deep into them situations and them relationships. We delve deep into that situation that you got going on with that boy best friend, with your ex-boyfriend, with your girlfriend, your homegirl, whatever it may be. We don't get to the bottom of it and see what's the real reason behind it. So, on today's episode, we're really going to be cutting into some real weird stuff today, right? Because y'all don't even know who we are, really, you know what I'm saying? So, we're going to kind of give a little bit of reference of who we are as people in the situations that we've been in. With it being about what is the craziest situation or relationship you've been in. So, whoever trying to start it off like that,
I mean, I can go. I've been in a lot of situations in relationships. I just think it's because I'm a little bit older than the cast. My longest relationship, for reference, was 3 years.
3 years?
Straight,
Okay.
no breakups.
Straight, no breakups too.
I think I was like 19 to 21, 22. And I think we were just really young. I think 3 years at 19 is crazy.
Yeah.
And I met him when I was 18. And I think it was just we were not knowing how to deal with growing up, really. We had a lot of personal things happen with our family that we were trying to unpack. You know how you try to unpack your childhood trauma, then we're trying to grow, and I'm trying to
y'all
be
fixing each other then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been in
Outgrowing
situations
certain
before.
patterns, trying to learn each other.
Yeah.
My experience, them never went good for me. Those absolutely all just went crashing down every time it was something like that for me.
Why? What do you think?
Truthfully, it was two ways, right? Sometimes I was the problem. Other times I was also the problem. And then at that third time, she was the problem. But then it kind of came back to me being. But it was really a bit of everywhere with it. I'll say my history when it comes to relationships is extensive. I'll say that it was definitely extensive. But it was also real, it has real messy moments. As it goes currently, my longest relationship was a year and some months, right? Real cool relationship. Did it end out all right? Not so much, There's definitely some stuff that was done a bit on both ends, but more so on her end. But even then, with it,
Elaborate.
The fun part. The fun part about that is, mind you, we was together for about again, a year, give or take, everything like that, year, some months, right? Cool. It was right before I came into college, right? With that situation, with that relationship, only reason it ended was because I'm coming to college and everything like that, and my mindset was
You thought
Don't
you
go to college. That's what it is.
Y'all were different. She didn't go to college?
No, she did, but she went to we went to whole different areas. Now, see, it's not because I wanted to date other people like that. Truthfully enough, now see, did I pick up a situationship my freshman year? I did, but that was completely a byproduct of just me being myself. She met me, I met her. Did we date? No, but even then, my main reason for breaking it up was because it was I just wanted to explore myself as a person. Now, you see, at the time, what my knowledge came of is that in the time of me choosing to explore myself as a person, she chose to explore herself with my homeboys at the time. Oh, crazy stuff.
Whoa.
Craziest word. Now you see, with her, that was snip, snip, done. Mind you, we did even link up and everything like that over, I think, Christmas break when I went back and everything. Cool, link up, had a little moment or two, right? Cool. But, we
How did you find out that she was with your homeboy?
The way I found out was so strange. I think, it was, I think, me and my homeboy were texting about I forgot. It was me and my homeboy were texting about some stuff, right? I think she out and came out about it. I think either she mentioned something about it saying, hey, I'm not going to lie, I'm doing this and that with so-and-so and so-and-so. And I was like, oh. Mind you, it was a disbelief at first because, mind you, that was the homeboy that's been friends with since 6th grade. We've been friends.
She knows him through you,
Oh yeah, she met me through him. Mind you, don't even know each other like that. But she met me through him. But it was like, mind you, that was a homeboy since like 6th grade, since we was like, since we was just, real small.
And he knew y'all were still like together.
Man, it was like, he knows everything about the situation. I'll say that. But it was like, it was such a weird situation going on because like the shock of it when I first figured out that, you and her, y'all, and right when I left off of FAMU, you know what? Personally, like the shock of it was like crazy. But even then, that wasn't even the crazy situation I've been in. The crazy situation I've been in, honestly, I'll have to say was my last instance with dating a light-skinned girl.
Oh, why?
Hold on, that was an important factor right there.
Like, before I go into it, I'll let y'all kind of say y'all stories a little bit because that story is a whole story in and of itself. And even then, after we all say our stories, I do got a question for all of you from the situation you was in.
Okay.
So yeah, like. Yeah.
Well, okay, for me, high school did not have a relationship. College came in, finally got my first relationship.
Oh, okay.
Very fun, very cool. It was very nice. You know, oh yeah.
I do. I forgot.
You do know this ending. I hate to say, I think since it was my first relationship, head over heels in love with this man. Like putting almost like putting him over like other things I was doing because like I really like this man. Like I loved to be in a relationship with him. He was great, and I thought he was like emotionally intelligent. But one thing that like always bothered me, he had this one girl he was always hanging out with, and he had told me at the beginning that this girl was his cousin. And so I was sitting here, I was like, this girl's his cousin. I'm going out my way to get to know her, to make sure she likes me, to make sure we have a good connection and everything. And so like over time, I'm still thinking that's his cousin. So half the time when he's not hanging out with me, he's hanging out with her. And I'm thinking, oh, he's with his cousin, like, you know, he's with family and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm trying to be a good girlfriend because like this is my first relationship. I met his parents, he met my parents. I even mentioned the girl when I met his parents. And no one corrected me. They all looked at me like with a weird expression, but no one corrected me. Like no one corrected me. It wasn't until Monday, right before Valentine's Day, he tells me, hey, because he had got mad at me about something, and he was like, hey, I realized I can't be mad at you about this. And I was like, why? He was like, there's something I've been hiding from you. I was like, what? He was like, that's,
hiding from you?
You know so-and-so that I said was my cousin? Yeah, that's not my cousin. I was like, huh? And so he goes into a whole thing talking about everyone just thinks we're dating because we're always together and, you know, people just assume we're cousins, so I just told you I was my cousin. And I was like, no, like, you can't do that.
Jail,
Even going
immediately
into,
jail.
like, the idea of he was lying to me about, like, little things, like hanging out with her or, like, there was a storm that came. And I was like, oh, your cousins have a right, take her home. He was like, he made up this whole lore saying that his dad and her mom doesn't get along and just adding on to the lie. And so I just felt so betrayed. That being my first relationship, me just feeling so overly trusting. That like I just had to take a step away. But genuinely, like that was my craziest. On top of that, I had this.
And
other
it was
guy.
your first. Like
yeah,
your
it was
first
my first.
like,
That's like
first
my
always
first
the hardest.
relationship.
right.
Was he a Scorpio?
September.
Okay.
So Virgo?
Virgo? Are they evil?
No, I'm biased. I'm biased, but yeah,
My goodness is Virgo.
I'm a Virgo, so
Yeah.
I'm a little biased.
Yeah. Virgo man.
I feel like the first one always is the hardest too. Like the first, I'm not gonna say every first love is destined to go downhill because some do work out, but them first ones, like the way I see that is that first love that you really do feel it with, it's either gonna be a really good time or a really hard lesson.
That's the learning period. That's the learning
But you know,
curve.
baby, I should have knew because it's at 19. You don't
Yeah,
know.
Mine was at 19 too. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I relate to you to it because mine was at 19.
Mine, nah.
No?
That was like a year earlier, 18.
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like though, if it was perfect and you guys were blended and it was healthy and happy, y'all would end up married.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
why else would it end? So
I mean, so my story, you know, it was at 19 as well. I met him when I was 18 though. He was in the military. I was living on base, so and he was 24. You know, so yeah. Yeah, you know, a lot of grooming, but you know, it was a time, you know. Long story short, I moved to Florida, and he came to visit me. And he knew like my sister husband, who I was living with, like I was living with them at the time, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm coming to visit. Oh, actually, I'm moving in," and then he moved in. Right.
You were saying with your sister.
Yes, like so we moved from the base I was on. I was at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina.
Okay.
So he moved down here with us, and he was
Alright.
like, "Oh, I'm moving in." And my sister's husband like put me to the side. He was like, "Yeah, because he doesn't want you to be with any other man. So like he just told me that he's moving in, and we're telling you now,
That can
like
go real
when he
wrong.
moved in."
That can go so
And
so quick.
It
Was
did.
he paying bills?
Oh.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, yeah,
that-
he was
is
paying
that.
for stuff. He was, but it's just like, yeah, I don't want you to be with anybody else, so I'm gonna move in, and that should have been the first red flag because it built on from there.
That seems like it could have been borderline abusive.
Yeah, it was.
that really.
Mentally, it was like it was. It was just like a whole bunch of. Oh wait, like every girl always does this to me, like oh no, because I told him I didn't want a relationship at the time. So like when he moved in, it was still like a oh yeah, because he was like, he said if anything ever happened to you, I'm gonna tell him that we were together. Like like it just weird. It was very weird.
I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you, like, being in that situation when a guy's older, like, was he talking about settling down?
Yeah, like he proposed to me twice.
Oh,
Yeah.
After you told him you don't want to be in a relationship?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Bought a
You
ring,
know,
everything.
How'd that
I
end?
respect the commitment.
He moved. I was supposed to move with him. I was like in my room one day just packing up my stuff, and my mom came, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going with him. I'm going to travel." He got like a U-Haul and everything, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna move with him." And I just stopped. I would start folding one shirt, and I remember it was this green shirt. I was folding this green shirt, and I was like, "Oh, what am I doing?" Like I just said I didn't want to be with my shirt. Like, what are you doing? I was like, "Oh well, everybody search for love. Why not? He's nice. He's kind. He's." There for me. He provides for me sometimes. Like, So I was like, oh, why not? Why not go with him? But then when I was packing up, I was like, I just said I don't want to be in a relationship. Like, what are you doing? Why are you packing up your stuff? And he was like, I don't know. So then I went to college, and he's like, I hope you find everything you're looking for there. And then that's kind of how it ended. Yeah.
you dodged the bullet, girl.
Definitely.
trust me, I know.
You sure dodged the bullet.
Because he thought you were easy to be manipulated because
Yeah.
your age. What is a 24-year-old man? I
don't get that
could not even
sometimes.
see
I
myself
don't.
dating. I don't even want to date a 21-year-old.
Look, I just had a conversation about that with someone before too, where it's like, I can I don't understand like how you be seeing like they be the older guys, they be going for technically the girl is of age, but it's like she a good bit older, good bit
Leonardo
younger than you.
DiCaprio.
It's
Of
like
age, actually.
right, it's like I get like mind you, I've heard some people say, oh, well, I mean, they're looking for someone that can actually have children properly because it's like they're not breeding wise. I mean, like if I'm pushing like 30 something like that, anyone that's under the age like 25 is like. Yeah, I can't really correlate with that really. Like even then, like I'm not against someone that's younger than me, but there's very set criteria with that.
Yeah, and I feel like to some extent, it also gets to the point of like, where are you guys in your lives? Because,
Exactly.
like, what does an 18-year-old have to be doing with someone else? I remember I had a friend who was 18. She was talking to a 28-year-old, and she was like, "Oh, well, we're living in the same. Like, he lives in his mom's basement. I live with my dad and my mom. So like, we're still at the same place. We both work at the same establishment." I was like, "But no, he needs help.
Yeah.
No, he's not
Exactly.
He's
That's
talking to
just
you."
a fledgling little fledgling R. Kelly. That's like you're teetering the line of she's of age, but it's
R.
like
Kelly
even in
wasn't
my
even doing
mind
that.
too. Especially if you've been with the guy for a while too. Come from a guy's perspective, there's lots of times where, for example, if I make a move on this girl, it's not because I just saw you at the blue, especially if I've been knew you, right? It's not because I just saw you at the blue one day, I'm like, oh, I want to holler at her. It's because I've been looking for a while. I've been plotting how I'm going to come about it, especially if I've been knew you for a while. So it's like, if you, 18, you knew this, let's say 24-year-old since he was like 16, 17, and now he's coming up against you, it's like, he been scouting. It's just that, he just didn't want to make the move beforehand. So he was like, oh, pedophile. He didn't want to do that beforehand.
Okay, so what do y'all think about... Okay, what do y'all think about somebody being in high school, meeting someone in high school, but then that person graduates? So you're like a sophomore, and then you date like a senior or like a freshman.
That's
in
my
college.
friend. I'll say
that's two different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll say junior, senior. I can understand. Sophomore, senior.
Ooh.
Or like a
pushing
junior, and then they're in a freshman in college. But y'all met each other originally in
college?
high school.
I can say
You said freshman in college?
Yeah, like he was a freshman in college. But
Okay.
you were a junior in high school. But y'all met in high school. Y'all were in high school at the same time, but they ended up graduating, and then y'all were dating while you were still in high school.
Depends on how long you've been dating for one, and also it's just like you're gonna be in two different areas of your life. Graduating high school is a big, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't seem like a big accomplishment while you're doing it when you realize that's a milestone. Like, you're turning a whole new leaf. College is different than it is in high school, so it's like a maturity level.
Exactly.
They're going to be stuck in that high school way. I need to do this, that, and the third. But now you're over here like, I got more freedom than I ever have, but it also doesn't feel like I have freedom while I'm here. So it's just like, are your like intellectual levels still at the same rate? Which
is
that
bad.
person, right? Like right. Like if you're
the
not
real
growing while you're being in college, then I mean you're still not doing it
Me
right.
personally, like, mind you, when I first went my freshman year of college, right, there was some girls. Let's say there was like, okay, I'm a freshman in college. They're senior from high school. We've been to each other like that. I can admit, oh yeah, you're attracted, but at least in my mind, right, when I went to like go to FAMU, right. Oh, the caliber of women was so much better than high school. Look, when I came here, when I tell you what, I'm like, oh my God. All the women back home are ugly compared to this. I'm sorry. Nothing against the girls back at home. For the ones I do know, look, you're beautiful. I love it, right? But the ones when I came to here, well, I'm not gonna lie. Like I went, it felt like, especially going back home for like a semester, like going back for home for like the summer, whatever like that. It was a drought. I was like, oh my God. It was like.
Send me back.
I want this at FAMU. I want this at like just college level because like there's levels to this. There's really levels to it. When you come to a certain age range, it's like this like maybe let's say that boy or that girl you thought was in middle school that looked good. When you get to high school, it's like okay, they was this, but this person's that. Kind of college, now I see grown women, and I recognize I love grown women. Okay, like I said, I'm okay with dating younger than me, but I don't see myself ever doing that again because I certainly do love grown women because
Sophistication.
I can't get over it.
And that raises the question: what's y'all's like limit? Like up, not down, up. Like how old would you date?
30. If y'all look personally, me like I'm like just hitting 20 now. 30. I'll date it. I'll date if you look. I'll date 30. I don't.
No, you're
I would say probably like 35. I'm really close with my dad, and I just could not imagine bringing home someone that's around my dad's age because my dad he's about to turn 50 this year, and so anything other than that is like giving you're my dad's peer, and it just stresses me out.
With my past history, I told myself I would not go too much older than I am currently. So I would say like 28. 28, yeah. That work. Because I'm 24 currently. So like 28. Yeah, that's just
For
work.
me, I'm going on 21 this Friday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
I think like for me, because I'm like also I'm not in a place to settle down. So I think or like get close to that part. So I think I would go for like someone 23, 24. Okay. That's
not bad.
Okay, then now me, I just love cougars, so it's like,
oh,
I'm
brother,
sorry.
this guy.
I said I love grown women. I love cougars, mind you. Again, women of like younger, I'm living of like under 30. Cool, I love them too. But I've seen some 30-year-olds, like maybe 29, 30-year-olds, that it's like, oh my God, like that. I would let the cougar take me home. I'm not mad at it because look.
That's actually
Well,
I think
see
it's
it
just
like
a nerve.
oh,
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say I think it's crazy because I look younger. I'm not gonna age myself on camera, but I'm older than everybody on set. Let's say that, right? And so when a guy is trying to hit on me or he's attracted to me and he's an older guy, I'm like, I know I look like I'm like 19, 20. So even though it is age appropriate for you to be attracted to me, because I'm not a kid, but it's like. Technically, I look like one. So then, you know what I'm saying?
When people be telling me, oh, I think you're like 18 or 19, then I go out and somebody's like trying to, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, this feels appropriate to you? Like, what? And it's always like older men, like 50 or something. It's like what are you doing? Like, you don't have nobody in your age group you want? Like, at all?
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking that, like, you ever seen those people on social media and they're like, there's like an older guy, but he's with a girl that looks so young. There's this one girl I saw, she looks like she's 12 years old, but she's like 24, 25. And so, like, she's trying to figure out how to mature and stuff, but she's with this big, bulky man. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, how'd that work, first of all? And second of all, like, what did he see in her? Not saying, like, you know, those people that look younger than their age don't deserve that love, but to some extent, there's something wrong with that man.
Yeah,
Because he saw something like that and wanted to go for it.
Yeah, because at least coming from a guy's perspective, for me to go for a girl, I gotta be physically attracted. Above all, like not above all else, but like for you to catch my attention, I gotta be physically attracted first. You know what I'm saying? That comes off rip. Whether it be the way your voice is, the way you look, the way you carry yourself, whatever it is, the physical part is what gets me first. So if you look 12, and I just so happen like, oh, she bad, you know, that might just mean you're a fledgling R. Kelly. Not accusing him of that, but I'm just saying, like, I've met girls where it's like she look younger, she can be my age, but she look younger, and she try to talk to me. I'm like, I feel like I'm talking to my little sister or something like that. I don't feel right doing this. I feel like,
oh my goodness. At my job, we have like a newsstand, and it's this guy, he's in high school, and him and his mom is running the business. So his mom was coming up to me one night, and she was like, yeah, he has a little crush on you, and he was talking about how pretty you are and how nice you are. I was like, yeah. She was coming to me in concern, trying to like gauge where I was at with that. I was like, ma'am, my brain is fully developed. Like, that looks like a little kid to me. Like, he looks like a baby to me. You do not have to worry. I have no interest in like your 17
Me at the calf. like class of 2029. No. Immediately get away. Like, what do you mean?
No, it's definitely a maturity thing. Even sometimes it's a maturity thing, because even then it's also like, even I look at it now. It's like, first, again, I love kids, everything like that. Not in that way, but I love kids and everything, right? And but it's like, for me, if I'm attracted, like I've done talked with some girls in the past where it's like I'm chatting with an oversized kid. And I can't stand it. Mind you, my tolerance level can only go but so high. So if I feel like when we're flirting or whatever like that, if I feel like I'm talking to a kid with how your maturity level is, I can't do it. Which is the reason I love my grown women. But I can't do it if it's just not correlating there, because I know everyone has the immature moments. Me of all people, I love being immature sometimes. But there's a time and place, and it's like,
so what counts as like immaturity to y'all? What do you think would be something that's like immature that you can't?
Lack of communication.
Okay.
Like, can't express how you feel. Like, emotional regulation and be able to like advocate for yourself, or just like articulate what you want to say, is very important. Because it's like, even if you're having a tough moment, I get it, you know, inner child, people deal with a lot of other stuff. You can't say, hey, I'm upset right now. If you show that or you showcase it and you can't communicate, then nobody can read your brain. Like, you have to advocate and communicate.
I feel like a really good one is like how you manage your relationships, because as you grow up and as you're developing, you're creating all these relationships, whether it's friendships, relationships, like actual like physical relationships, and like your schoolwork and stuff like that. Like, how do you maintain your time? Like, do you put time into your relationship with your spouse or like your significant other, whoever else, or are you like kind of pushing those relationships off to the side? So like, how do you equally give that attention, that love, and that tender care to those relationships, and continue to build them and let them flourish? Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I'll say, I'm kind of with you on the immaturity thing, or like not just how you carry. I really like, it's really how you carry yourself. Yeah. I definitely say that kind of falls in immaturity. Like, for example, carrying yourself don't mean you always gotta be in a suited up or dressed down all the time like that. But it's really about doing certain, like, for example, right, low key, like, for example, like walking out with a bonnet on, right? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my mama talking inside of me. But it's like, for example, maybe when way back then, walking out with the bonnet on your head, I didn't really think that was a big deal. Now it's like, if I see a girl where she think it's fine, or just go out with a bonnet, maybe if it's one thing, it's like middle of the night, we're making a late night store run, but like going out anywhere with your
2
bonnet
o'clock in the afternoon,
exactly, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, bonnet on like that, I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that, because it's just like, nah, I ain't with that. Yeah. So it's like how you carry yourself. Because me, even like with my maturity now, I'm not gonna say the most mature, but I done learned how to, like, you know, if I'm gonna go out, I'm going out as if I'm trying to impress somebody a little bit, if not just myself.
Did you ever went out and you didn't look the best, and that's when you run into the people you try to like, that's the thing. Like,
I hated that.
It's like, bro, I didn't try it all today. Like,
I feel like when it comes to people carrying themselves, I hate men who peacock. They're flashy. They want to talk about this. I got this car. I got this whip. I got this money. I got this chain. And I'm from Detroit.
Compensating for.
There's 2 sides.
Yeah, I'm from Detroit, so I think it's really big where I'm from, and I just roll my eyes. I can't stand it, because it's like, yeah, you getting it, but is you spending it? Like,
you holding on to it. That's your money. That's your money.
Yeah.
Like, you don't.
I should be able able to
Yeah.
see it
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
You
I'm a fan
either
of
you
quiet
got
money.
it.
I'm a fan of quiet money. Like personally,
Yeah.
like but no, that's I feel like with the guys doing that, it's two sides of that in my head. I feel like part of that is some guys are insecure, right? So it's like they think in their mind, oh, I gotta flex this, show all them girls, okay, I got big butts, I'm like that, right? Which it don't really equate to that, but you know, some girls some girls like to flash it up and everything. They hype up a guy's head, so it kind of makes him keep on doing that. Other times it's like. Yeah, some guys just immature. I definitely
And they're
know
doing it for
a couple
other men.
guys.
And it's never for the women.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, even men when they get with women, they want other males' approval
Oh,
or
yeah.
validation. So
You're
it's
not
just
wrong.
like, who do you
Definitely
really
not
want?
wrong.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
But give me an Adam Sandler. You know, a guy who got money, but like, you know, he doesn't.
Quiet money.
You know,
Love that
Adam
quiet
I was like,
money.
he would throw anything. on.
Genuinely, that man is so interesting, but like he's so mysterious.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I know, like
he has the money, but he ain't gonna look like he has.
Socially, we shouldn't be sitting here and be thinking like, I want an Adam Sandler,
Yeah.
but like, I want an Adam
Sandler, yeah.
He takes care of his family. I mean, other than the fact that he like never casts his wife as his actual actress in any movie he does.
Is she an actress? Why do people say
She's
that?
She's in the
Oh,
movie.
she's never
She's
his
in the
wife,
movie.
but she'll be in the movie,
Yeah.
but she'll be someone else's wife.
Somebody
Yeah.
else's wife.
Well, I mean, if I had access to
switch it up a
Jennifer,
little bit.
Jennifer too, like what we're talking about
But like
here.
other than that, like
Yeah.
he carries himself in such a way he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And I love when a man doesn't care and he's so
No.
secure within himself. But also like knows how to put it on, like and like to like show up.
He
and,
dressed like
How about
Soulja
mind
Boy.
your
What are you
own
talking
thing?
about? Put it on. He be wearing these big old baggy khaki
I know.
But he
Like,
still
I
be
mean, I
making it
want a
look
man
good
to
though.
know.
Like he somehow makes it work.
But I feel like, I was gonna say,
no,
but
you
I feel
can
when it
say.
comes to people caring about carrying themselves too, I feel like especially on like the receiving end, right? I feel like if you're gonna get in a good relationship with that too, it's like you gotta know what you're looking for to like know what's actually like good for you to be kind of like how you say you like someone who knows how to carry themselves, right? But you gotta like know what you want someone to carry themselves as. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, if you want a guy that carries himself as a nonchalant type of guy, then you gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? You gave a look to that because yeah.
I'll never go back.
I can't do nonchalant girls.
That's what. No, that.
That's
Are you a
that.
chalant man?
Oh, I'm not a nonchalant man. I have
No,
my.
are you a chalant man?
Oh, what you mean by chalant?
Chalant, like you're
You got a
nonchalant
chalant.
and you're chalant.
Oh, okay.
Like you're very.
I guess I can be in the middle. If I'm chilling, I can generally just be laid back. But overall, my personality, I like to be interactive because that's why I realized I can't do nonchalant women because that's like I said that story with the last light skin I done mess around with. That's how it went because that's how I recognize I can't do. Now see, I say that this is my story. This is my crazy story that's child friendly enough because I definitely have some very much crazy rated R stories, but that's for a whole other day, right?
What you be doing?
It's a lot of stuff that's happened in life. I ain't gonna hold you,
So
but
why the emphasis on the fact that she's light skinned?
because I own nothing against light skins. I love my light brains. Love them to death. I do actually love them. Now, only thing with it is that in my experience, I'm not the type of person to say that every person of this type of race, whatever, is bad. But in my experience, every single person of a lighter skin that I don't have, it never ended out bad, good. And with this girl, it was horrible. Like, mind you, we lived like it was my freshman year, right? We lived like, I lived on one floor, she lived like floor right above me, right? Mind you, I done seen the girl a couple of times. I done thought, okay, she looked good, but I ain't do nothing, right? I didn't do nothing. Cause I'm laid back. I'm doing my own thing, right? Till one day, she's doing laundry up and down. I'm out in the lobby doing work. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta say something. Hey, what's your name? They said, do. Oh, my name's so and so. Okay, bet. Chatted it up. Got a number. Cool. We can hang out sometime, right? Started hanging out bit by bit. And mind you, she was a very, very nonchalant girl, right? I can never get a read on her ever. Like I never could. Which is already a struggle enough. I couldn't even tell she was even enjoying the time we had. I was straight up ask her, like, hey, like, you having a good time? She's like, oh, yeah, I'm chilling. Like, oh, okay. Is she lying or I don't even know, right?
Wow.
But I'm going by my ways. Like, we went on runs together. We will like, get some food together like that. Cool vibes, right? Even then, is what it got to the point where, okay, she spent the night a few times, right? It was like multiple times. She spent the night. Cool. Spent the night. Cool. Spent the night. Cool. I'm thinking, is she going to make a move? Am I supposed to make a move? Am I just gonna sit here? I kid you not. This one night, we're in my room. I'm sitting at the end of my bed, just like this, like
How the rules
because
work.
she just sitting there.
Right.
She just sitting there on her phone, vibing like that. She's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah." "You good?" "Yeah." "All right." Type. No other words were said. I'm trying to watch a show. My heart beating out my chest. I don't know what to do, right? Wow. And then I chill in her room like that. Mind you, I'm thinking the vibes are there. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can make a move. I don't know what to do though, and it was so bad that literally on Valentine's Day that year, right? I should have asked, mind you, I was gonna give the girl a Valentine's Day gift. Usually, I don't even ask. I just usually go based off of vibes. My friends is like, oh yeah, just ask her. I'm like, okay, then fine. I kid you not. And this is the moment where it was only gonna go downhill. I asked this girl in her room, hey, okay, Valentine's Day coming up. You trying to be Valentine's? I kid you not, her exact answer was, I don't know. Do you want me to be Valentine's? I just asked you if you want to be. Like, I ain't know what to even do from there. I actually had to hold back my reaction. I was like, yeah, I want you to be
I'm okay.
Yeah, right. So then, cool, right? Okay, we go from there, get a Valentine's Day gift. Everything's cool, right? Then I think what happened was that we went to the club one night together like that. Mm-hmm. Cool little vibe. I thought it was just gonna be the two of us, but she ended up bringing a friend. I felt a little way about it because we agreed. We was like, okay, let's go together, but she could brought a friend. But I can't dictate her actions. I'm not gonna ruin her good time, right? She was asking, "Oh, you good?" While I was at the club, everything like that. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm chilling, cool vibes." And it only went down here from there because we was texting afterwards, right? And this is also why I don't have deep discussions over text because it gets heavily misinterpreted, right? I think we're texting about this and that and everything. And I think one thing led to another in conversation. She's like, okay, then why do you actually like me like that? What are you trying to get with me right there? I meant to say in the text message, I said it like, okay, yeah, I'm not trying to give it to you just because of your body, nothing like that. I'm trying to give it to you because of your personality. She read it as, I'm trying to give it to you just because of your body, not because of your personality. And she took it the worst way. I mean, when I tell you she was bad mouthing my name, she done switched up the whole 1-2 and everything like that. And then turn around with my homeboys, I go talk to him.
Dang, it's always the homeboys.
Right.
And we see
what kind of homeboys you have?
Homeboys, right? I told one of my other homeboys, right? And mind you, because he was friends with her, right? I say, hey, you tell her because she ain't trying to put in my call and nothing like that. Like, you tell her, let her know, like, I'm not trying to like do nothing like that with her and everything like that. Like, I'm like, I'm not even mad at the guy. I'm trying to like communicate with him, like saying, you told her this and that, do. She thought of it as I'm getting mad at him because of the things going on with me and her. So then she blows my phone talking about why you get on him for this and that, for the dumb stuff that you was doing this and that, cursing out my name, everything like that. I'm like, I don't know, what did I do? What did I do, right? And it's like at that point, it only falls apart too. And the thing that pissed me off too was that we start talking, whole situation goes downhill. I'm like, you know what, cool, you're the homie, like that, it is what it is. That same homeboy, not even a week later, he comes, Cam, you busy? Like, I'm like, no, it's all good. What's up? He's like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro, you fumbled her. I was like, what you mean I fumbled her? I was like, bro, she just got done talking to me like that. She said apparently she was waiting for you to make a move. She wanted you to do X, Y, Z, and this and that to her like that. She was waiting for you to make a kiss, do everything like that. But you was being a punk. You wasn't doing nothing. I was like,
you were respecting her boundaries.
Yeah.
Right. So because my mother raised a well-decorum young man that ain't trying to just do all that stuff. You piss off of me, and even to this day too. I walk past the girl too because our friend groups know each other, right? Mm-hmm. I think we went to a probate last year, right? Some friends walk past her, everyone's saying, oh, what's up? Mind you, every time I get in this girl's vicinity, she can go from laughing with her friends, like staring me down every single time. Dang. This time, friends converge, everyone's saying, hey, I say, hey, this guy, hey, this person. She gets right from my face, like as close as this mic is, face to face. She looks at me, dead in my eyes, looks over my shoulder, say, oh, hey, girlie, and walk right past me, not even say a word.
Right through you.
Right through me.
I think her feelings are probably hurt.
Yeah.
Right.
I do that when my feelings are hurt. I like just pretend like the person is non-existent. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like you go and you go.
I was never so offended. I'd rather you cuss me out than not act like I exist.
Pretend like you're not there.
It hurts people's egos.
I mean, but
look right through them.
Relationships are two-sided, not one-sided. So if she wanted something, she could have communicated it.
Yeah.
And it's like I know it's like put on guys. Toes a lot to like be the make the first moves or like do everything, but then sometimes it can also be misinterpreted as he's trying too hard or he's trying to do this, and then it could be like oh well now he's forcing me, so then you were just kind of giving her space to communicate what she wanted. She didn't. You step back. Now she's upset with you because you stepped back. So it's like
I know a lot of guys and I always appreciate this when I'm on dates and stuff. They'll ask me, they're like, "Is it okay if I give you a kiss?" And I'll be like, "No." Or I don't.
How many times you had to do that?
Most of the time, because why am I kissing you on the first date?
That's
I don't
fair.
know you. I just met you an hour ago. I'm
You're
still
not gonna
feeling
lie,
you
you're,
out.
You're better than me. It's happened a couple of times.
I'm
If the
not
vibes is
saying
right, like,
if the vibes are right, the vibes are right. But I've been on 31st dates, guys.
31st date.
31st dates. I could be a
31st?
movie.
Yes.
No, I've been on like 31st dates. So
Okay.
to me, it's like, no, I'm not kissing 30 guys that
Okay.
I've been on a date with.
Yeah.
But I say this to say for the most part, they do ask, and that's a way to break the ice. And then I'll either say yes or no. So I feel like for future reference, it's not, I know you think it kind of kills the mood, but if she's the right girl and she likes you and that's
Yeah.
what she's wanting from you, you asking is not gonna kill the mood.
That's so
Yeah.
real. Because actually, a matter of fact, I didn't mean to cut you off too, because I'm actually with you on that. Because actually, in the relationship that I'm in now, with that, first date, mind you, first date, I left her at the airport by accident when she flew in. It was a whole ordeal, again, for another day. But long story short, mind you, we're going on like, what, 9, 10 months now? Relationship's going smoothly. And first date, yeah, even though I did leave the girl at the airport for 3 hours by accident,
Ooh, 3 hours.
Oh, yeah,
I would've
again, it's a
Ubered
whole nother story.
Okay.
Hold on.
Even though...
Is this the one where you said that you were the?
No. This is like current relationship, not the problem.
Okay.
Everything's good.
Okay.
But like I said, accidentally left at the airport for 3 hours. I overslept. It's a whole ordeal.
It's the origin story to y'all.
I tell you, I got some crazy situations, whether it be girls threatening me, whether it be this, that, crazy stuff. But like I said, with first date, even again left at the airport, but she's still here.
Wait,
now.
so your first date was you picking her up from the airport?
Me not picking her up from the airport because I
That's
overslept.
because he left her.
But the first time y'all was supposed to go on a date, you were supposed to be picking her up from the airport?
Yep, at 8 in the morning, but I overslept and I woke up. I woke up when we went on the phone saying, "Okay, good night. I can't wait for you to pick me up." Went to sleep, woke back up, stretched. Bit of sun rays hit my eye. I'm like, oh my God. Look at my phone, 17 missed calls.
Oh, no.
List of text messages, FaceTime calls. I got an Android and she was FaceTiming me, trying to call me. Like, this
Where you
girl.
at? I'll be at customer service, getting a returning flight. What do we do?
Look,
Wait,
No way.
I want to circle back because there's a piece of the puzzle I'm not understanding. Had you hung out with her before that, or did y'all see each other, exchange numbers, and you were supposed to pick her? You were her chauffeur from the
Okay,
airport.
see, again, the relationship I'm in now is a bit interesting because I met her through one of my old roommates because him and her used to talk.
Oh, so
But-
this is how y'all
Okay, so
friendship
y'all
went
y'all
down.
hung
This
out.
This is a whole
Oh.
roommate. It was a whole okay. I'm not big on homie hopping, but again, the roommate did her horribly wrong, and it just so happened that me and Lo, she had an interest in me. I low key did have an interest, but I didn't do nothing because it's like, okay, that's a roommate's girl. I ain't gonna do none of that. That's messy.
Did I say your roommate? He be
No,
seeing you bring his girl? Okay.
No. Well, he does see me, but she don't mess with the guy because he has a bit of a reputation for saying very, very bad things to women. I can't say on air. It's bad. He has a reputation. So that's that situation now. But like I said, first
So you
date
knew
goes
her.
good.
So
I
you knew her
knew her somewhat from the interaction of opening the door for her to let her in his room. That's it.
Oh,
Okay, to flying to see you or?
Tough. Okay, we just ended up talking. The vibes were cool. We saw each other like once, and then it was like, okay, then I like you. You like me. You coming down for homecoming? Cool. So, cause she goes to FSU, but she was at a whole different She was doing online at the time.
Okay.
And they just ended up working out because it's like, oh, you like me, I like you. Sure, you did leave me at the airport, but I still like you, so I'll give you another chance. Surprised she gave me the
See?
chance. I'm
See
so
how
surprised she
you
gave me the
know?
chance.
Mhm.
But it improved now because again, 10 months and counting. We doing something.
Listen.
We're doing something.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
That's some growth. That's growth right there.
But I don't recommend for anybody else to do that because I'm very surprised how she didn't cut me off. I'm so surprised. I think she said the only saving grace was just because she liked me just that much. If it was any other situation,
so you just kinda like
That's what I'm saying, because like the first one you described, like she was just like, nope. As soon as you made one mistake, oh wait, you went to go talk to somebody else and you give an attitude to somebody that wasn't even her. You give an attitude to one of your friends. Oh, I'm going in on you. Like
well,
that wasn't about
too.
you.
It's a flip flop. My situations in the past.
Yeah.
Some girls are very strict. One mistake out of the box.
Yeah.
A lot of others was like, oh well, you made a mistake, and I like you, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But again, I don't recommend people being in that mindset because in my past, I was a 304. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was definitely one in the past. So again, that's why I got all the stories from. I was definitely a 304, and with that, again, everyone goes through experience in life, and for all women, especially for women that are watching this, I say know your worth. Don't let a guy like me in the past do you wrong just because you like him a whole lot. Like, I'm better now. I done made my mistakes. And I'm still growing as a person. But, like, please don't let them boys do you wrong, because if they do you wrong, they can do you wrong in a lot of different ways. And it was lucky that I only did them wrong in the ways of their emotions. Other guys... I did them wrong in their emotions, as in left them heartbroken, or hurt the feelings a whole lot, maybe possibly once or twice, did some stuff behind their back, whatever it may be.
Cam.
Other guys that I know done left them with a baby or something like that. I would
Congratulations. You didn't have a baby.
I ain't leaving no one with no baby.
It's crazy, but like still, that's still emotional damage.
Emotional,
like.
There's a lot of story. I
know what they
He
do.
gonna leave it be like, at least I didn't leave
it.
It
Is.
I
And
like,
emotions can hit hard.
And I love that you brought to that point, ladies. Please know your word.
Yeah.
I feel like, yes, like he said, there's some things like, okay, if you really like him, you can get past it. You know, maybe he showed up to a date 10, 15 minutes late, right? Maybe he did this, maybe he did that. Maybe, you know, maybe little things, right? But, you know, some things you don't
let slide.
have to put up with.
No.
I think some women forget, like, or even men, like, I think they forget that there are other options. And I'm not saying you can't love someone, you can't cherish someone, but when you are being constantly disrespected, you gotta leave. I had to leave.
Yeah.
I had to leave.
That's why I'm in 31st dates.
No way.
Because I'm leaving.
Exactly. Look,
I don't like what you're doing. I don't like how you acted. I run a strict program. You gotta go.
I feel like people
Gotta
learn that love is hard, and they're like, "Oh, well, that means I gotta stick through it." But that don't mean you gotta keep destroying yourself and trying to rebuild yourself back up into this person, because you're gonna end up losing yourself in that person. And it's like, well, now I'm gonna have to start from scratch.
I think they forget love is
yeah.
like it's a choice of choosing that I want to work through this with this person,
Exactly.
taking their
Mutual.
flaws, the things that they're like not so good at. So maybe
Right.
he's not good at budgeting money.
Yeah.
Like taking them for who they are and doing
Yeah.
that, but
Exactly.
not taking them for all the bad
Like,
things
oops,
that
I
they
messed
did, the
up
mistakes.
again.
Oh, I cheated once, but you have to understand. I still
Yeah.
love you. I still care. I still blah blah.
Exactly.
No.
One way
That
I
was
think
your
about
choice,
it.
very
One way I think about it. I gotta put my calculator for this, because I did this for my cousin, because he was having issues when it came to girls, everything like that. It kind of, I help him kind of put in perspective different things, right? For example, like give a just number to how many women are there. I'll say this for my women out there, for women or men. Let's say you cut the population in half. I know it's not like this, but let's say it's half guys, half girls, right? That's like what, 4 billion people, right? That's 4 and 6 zeros. 4 billion is a lot. No, not even 6. It's 7 zeros actually. 8, not 9. That's a lot of people. A lot of people in this world, right? Now let's say only 1% of those people were your type, right? Even then, 1% is still 400 million people. Now let's say out of those 1%, those are like maybe only 1% of that 400 million is maybe people that are in your age range, right? That still leaves you with 400,000 people. Now let's say out of that 400,000, let's say out of only let's say only 1%. Let's say 0.1% of the people is a guy that's actually like, okay, then hey, he's for me. The vibes are right. I actually can see like a genuine future, and they're even maybe of your nationality, religion, whatever like that may be. They're the only ones that are for you, right? That still leaves you with 400 people in this world. 400 people can more than fill up this room. 400 people, half of us don't even know 1-to-1 400 people like that, right? Like he said, there's always another person out there. Like even something my dad said about like it was crazy when he told me at first, but I understand it when he said like I asked him, hey, my mom died, would you remarry? He was like, truthfully, at a certain point he would remarry. Depending on his age, he would definitely remarry, because in the end, as much as he would not want to admit it, he can admit there are more women like my mom. It is that she's the one that he wanted. And
Right time, right place.
Right,
Like,
that's what makes a relationship more special. It's not the fact that you're the only person for me. It's the fact that out of all the people that are for me, you're the one that I chose.
Yeah.
Because, I'd rather be the one out of many options that a girl wanted, rather than be your only option that you could ever have. Because that just makes it that much more vital, that much more special. You know what I'm saying?
you had those options.
Mhm. And I know we kind of got off the topic with it too. Like, out of all those situations y'all have been in with 31st dates, military man, the cousin situation. I'm still so sorry about that.
Thank you.
Like,
I'm still healing.
It might be pretty much like kind of like out there pretty much, like, but how out of all those different situations you've been in, do you feel like you were the issue with it? Do you feel like you could have worked on something with it or done something differently? Or do you feel like if it was just all them?
Personally, I feel as if going into the situation, I was very naive. I was very trusting, and not saying that that's not a good thing to have. Like, you should always be trusting of your partner, and you should, not always, but like you should give them some sort of like trust and respect, like obviously, you know. But like, I feel as if since it was my first time, like getting in a relationship, being goo goo gaga like, in love, you know, and like thinking that this was love, you know, I think I definitely would take it a lot slower, first of all, one, and also, you know, really take the situation face value. Like, half of that stuff I did not have to put up with, because there's so many other situations within that relationship I didn't have to deal with. But I'm thinking I'm in a relationship, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to stick by my man. And like half the time, like, you don't need to do that. Like, my mom always told me, she was like, protect your heart, and also remember, like, what one man won't do, another man will. And not saying like, oh, he ain't gonna pay for my dinner, okay, I'm gonna go get me a new man that can. No, I'm not saying that, babes. I'm saying, like, if he's not communicating with you, if he's not putting in that effort with you, that time and stuff like that, there is a man out there who will see you for who you are, your worth, your imperfections, everything, and still choose you out of a room of girls.
Exactly.
So, like, for me, I guess I would not go into it being so naive and thinking, oh, this, that, and the third. Like, I definitely would think things through before and get to know them a little bit longer, you know, because it's not falling in love, it's choosing to love. And if you're falling in it, then you're in this weird space, so you shouldn't be there.
I agree with you, Leia. Like, for my situation, I felt like I could have learned. I felt like I was very, like, in a vulnerable state, graduating high school, all this other stuff. I was like, oh, I'm in the adult world. He's been out here for a while. He knows things about life. He could teach me things. So I felt like I, took on to him, like, oh, like, he knows more about life. He could guide me through it. And honestly, he was in multiple ways. Like, he helped me, like, get closer to God in certain ways. So that also didn't help. Like, we went to church together. We read the Bible together, stuff like that. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, even his flaws, let me just push that to the side. But I felt like at a certain point, you have to take accountability for who you are. And I felt like as I got older, I did. Like, I was like, I'm putting a lot onto you, but you're not who I need to, like, protect me or save me. It's me. Like, I need to learn me and find God on my own and not look for you to help me get to God, you know? In a sense,
I think for me in my 31st date, it was a large portion of that was a learning experience, trying out personalities, trying out different interests, trying different backgrounds, people from different countries, and just trying to figure out who I am, where I want to be, and how can I be that person now. So a lot of those relationships, it just is summed up to incompatibility. It wasn't necessarily toxic. It wasn't that they did something super bad. The majority of these men treated me very well. I'm not going to date you if you don't treat me well. It was just that we were incompatible at the end of the day. And I think that's okay. A large part of me growing as an individual was letting go and releasing, because I was so used to holding on to things and carrying them with me to the point where they would damage me, to the point where I wasn't the same anymore. So that was a part of my healing journey, accepting things as they came and then releasing them when they no longer served me or when I no longer served them, and that was okay, and that was healthy for me.
That's a huge one.
Because not every single bad situation was actually a bad person. There's definitely if you're not incompatible, the girl, it doesn't mean the girl or the guy is bad. They can treat you like a king or a queen, but if it just doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I really feel like in my situation, it was just like, part of it was honestly just the maturity of mine. I'll take full ownership over that. Like, to anyone I did hurt in the past, I do try to be, for people I have, because some of them I actually have ran into, I've genuinely been all apologetic. There's some people, like I mentioned, definitely were broken hearts that were left in the past. Some of them I'm actually cool with now, right? Because they genuinely saw that I've grown as a person. You know what I'm saying? I had one girl, Lily, like, she was going through a whole mental moment like that, right? I had a whole conversation with her, and by the end of that, she was like, honestly, Cameron, like, thank you, everything like that. And honestly, I know what happened in the past, it is what it is, but honestly, like, I'm actually proud of the person you've grown up to be, because, like, she recognized that I changed, and I feel like, definitely on my end, it was definitely about taking that responsibility and taking that ownership over me and my own actions, but also, some of the ends, it was sometimes the other person, but even then, I still feel I should take full ownership over it, because I have to have enough common sense of saying, hey, you know good and well this person ain't the one for you, so why even waste all this time for it? I'm not saying that not every single person you talk with has to be the one. There's nothing wrong with talking around, everything like that. It's nothing wrong with investigating your options. Because I don't feel like just every single person, I don't feel like every single person you talk with has to come back home to the dinner table. Not every single person does. Sometimes it's a bit of a trial phase. Sometimes you just got to see what it is. Sometimes you just testing the waters a bit, in a sense, as messed up as it could sound. But in the end, it's about really taking that ownership over the situation and, really just being able to admit whether or not I did wrong, whether or not they did wrong, and then communicate it through and really work on those different issues with it all.
I also kind of feel like I showed people a lot more grace than I was showing myself. Like, I would try to put myself in, I was living through them. Like, kind of, it was like, oh, well, they only made this mistake because da 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 da. But I wasn't showing myself grace in those shoes, in their shoes. Like, I was just like blaming myself more than I was like looking at them for who they were. Like I said, like looking at them for face value. Like looking, yeah.
Exactly.
Really looking
I
into
feel
them.
like for me, since I was like, I have to keep on saying I was naive because like I really, really was. But I feel like for me, even though I was in that relationship, I compromised a lot of my own morals and things that I believe and things that I said I was never gonna do or things that I stood for to kind of meet them at where they were instead of like meeting each other in the middle. I was extending myself to meet them where they were because like, I don't know, it being my first time being in a relationship, like I wanted it to work out. Like I genuinely wanted it to work. I wanted to do my best. I wanted to be the best person I could be for them, for me, like in everything. And in the midst of doing that, I really did lose myself. I lost who I was. Like, I'm a very confident girl, I feel like, but like after that, I lost a lot of my confidence and I felt very hurt by the situation. And I just feel like a thing that I learned from that or something I said that I need to like change is like the fact that I need to be able to know who I am existing outside of my relationship because I am a person outside of everything going on within my life. I'm a person outside of being a student, outside of being like organizations and stuff like that. And it was very much an eye-opening experience as well.
It's two individuals coming together.
It's
Not
parallel.
just right.
Not in a second parallel. That's good.
I think that's really a good place to like leave off and everything, especially for this first official episode. I feel like that was a real good topic, and we'll definitely have some more topics coming for some. Whether we about our craziest other relationships, whether about some other stuff we've been through, almost personal relationships, our saddest endings, whatever it may be. We definitely gonna get into it. Cause I definitely feel like we definitely got some good stories to talk around, especially from like again 31st dates, things you've been through. All of us, I feel like we definitely got some good things to talk about with this podcast for sure. So I did feel that's a really good area to leave off for this first episode. So that will be the end of our first official episode of Situations and Relations. Clap it up a little bit. Just clap it up. Let's see, get a round of applause, yeah. And then we'll definitely, and we will be seeing y'all on the very next episode we'll be having. All right, bye guys.
Bye.